All right, so you've done it. You've put in the late nights, the hard work, the endless experiments. Your research is ready to be shared with the world. But here's the thing. In that rush to get published, there are these hidden traps just waiting to mess with your hard-earned credibility. Today, we're going to go hunting for these academic imposters. I'm going to show you exactly how to spot them.
Every single researcher knows this feeling. It's this constant, intense pressure. Publish or perish. I mean, your next grant, your job, your whole career can feel like it's riding on that one next publication. It's a total pressure cooker.
And what does that pressure do? It creates this urgent, powerful need to get your work out there and to do it fast, like yesterday. It's a feeling that connects pretty much everyone in academia, and honestly, it's what makes us vulnerable. Yeah, this whole publish or perish culture, it's the perfect breeding ground for people who want to exploit researchers. When you're under the gun, a promise of a quick, easy publication can feel like a total lifeline. But trust me, it's a very dangerous illusion. And that pressure has given rise to this shadowy industry of imposters, predatory journals. They prey on your need for speed, offering what looks like a shortcut, but it's really a dead end for your research and your reputation. So what are they exactly? Well, they look the part. They use all the right academic language, their websites look legit, but on the inside, they're hollow. They'll happily take your money for publication fees, but they skip the one step that gives real research its value, a tough, rigorous peer review process. But here's the good news. These guys aren't that creative. They have a playbook, and they use the same tricks over and over again. Once you know what to look for, they become surprisingly easy to spot. So let's crack open that playbook and expose their game. There are 10, count 'em, 10 key signs that totally give these predatory journals away. 10 red flags that can save you from making a huge career mistake. The first group of red flags, it's all about how they communicate and the unbelievable speeds they promise. See, predatory journals prey on that sense of urgency with tactics that a legitimate journal would just never, ever use. You know those emails, right? The ones that are way too flattering, promising you a fast-track publication. That's a classic sign. They'll promise shockingly fast turnaround, sometimes less than a month from when you submit. Real peer review just doesn't happen that fast. It's impossible. And here's a dead giveaway. If you look at an issue and see that every single article was magically accepted on the exact same date, yeah, that's proof that a real, rigorous process is completely missing. Okay, so if promising you the moon with speed doesn't work, their next trick is all about deception. They try to look like a journal you already know and trust. It's a clever game of smoke and mirrors. I mean, just look at how close these names are. It's subtle, isn't it? They'll just add a word like international or studies to an existing respected journal's name. They're trying to make it just different enough to not get sued, but similar enough to confuse you at a quick glance. It's a totally calculated move. They'll also brag about these amazing impact factors and other metrics that you've probably never heard of because, well, they're often completely made up, or they just paid for a fake one. And if you dig a little deeper, you'll find no clear policies on ethics or how they handle corrections, and try to find their physical address. Good luck. It's often fake or just a P.O. box. Real publishers have a real footprint and crystal clear policies. All right, the final set of red flags. This is where the whole facade just really starts to crumble. It's all about quality, or more accurately, the complete and total lack of it. So their instructions for authors are usually incredibly vague. Why? Because they don't actually care about quality or format. They just want your money. They also don't have any formal way to correct the record. No errata, no retractions, which is a cornerstone of legitimate science. And because they're just trying to publish as much as possible, they'll publish this bizarre mix of topics. An impossibly high number of articles, like thousands a year. That's another major warning sign. There's no way quality control can happen at that scale. For instance, and this is a real thing, you might find an article on bariatric surgery right next to one on education theory. That is not an interdisciplinary journal, my friends. That is a journal with no scope, no standards, and absolutely no editorial vision. It's basically a content farm, not a scholarly publication. So why does all of this matter so much? Because when you publish in one of these journals, you're not just putting out a subpar article. You are putting your entire professional reputation on the line. It all comes down to taking just one moment to reflect. Before you hit that submit button, especially when you're feeling rushed and pressured, you have the power to protect all your hard work. And it all starts by asking yourself one single crucial question.